Today I'm going to be breaking down a kettlebell goblet squat. I really like this exercise. It kind of helps us learn how to squat correctly first before we hop on a bar and do either a front squat, back squat. And the best way I'd like to break this down is in this starting position, we hold the kettlebell like I call by the horns, also known as your goblet position. I want us to hold this close to our chest, and I want those elbows around like a 45-degree angle. We don't need to flare them out to 90 or push them really far in. And as I go through it here, I want us to remember to brace our core, squeeze those glutes a little bit. And here, as we go into our eccentric phase, going down into the squat, I want us to keep those knees aligned with those toes, coming down into the position, trying to get our hips to about 90 degrees or lower. Now we're in the bottom position, and as we work back up, make sure we squeeze those glutes up at the top. Now, one thing I really did want to mention, and I can see it in myself a little bit, is right here. Let me take this video back real quick. As I'm going down into a squat, my chest just a little bit wants to come forward. And that's a common mistake that sometimes I'll make and even others make. But as I go into some of my other reps back in here, I realize I fix that a little bit. Stay a little more upright, keeping my spine neutral and holding that kettlebell close. Another thing I wanted to offer is kind of a degression right here. This helps with that chest going forward and helps with our knees staying aligned with our toes as we have a wedge, or sometimes just any kind of surface you can elevate those heels on, and it'll be the same movement. Descending down, going for 90 degrees at the hip and knee joint, and then back up, squeezing those glutes. And again, some of the common inefficiencies during this is those knees caving in, that forward lean that I showed, and making sure